Hi! So today, I have the most anticipated gaming laptop right now in the Philippines. Well, for a very special reason, because the model that this replaces in the Philippines is actually tagged as the most bang for the buck gaming notebook in the country. So I'm talking about the L340 gaming notebook. And this year, with all the new processor, for example, the Intel 10th generation CPU, the new graphic card from NVIDIA. Of course, to address some of the issues of the current L340 gaming, we will be launching the IdeaPad Gaming 3i. So this is the first IdeaPad Gaming 3i in the Philippines. Again, what you're seeing now is an engineering sample. So as mentioned in prior videos, I usually get an engineering sample ahead of the launch for us to check and see what the device looks like. And also to make videos like this so you can have an early information about the device. So again, this is the IdeaPad Gaming 3i and it looks better than the L340 Gaming. But it has some improvements that we wanted to highlight on this video. For example, this, I'm not really sure if you can catch it on the video, but this one has quite angular corners on the panel to make it possibly look like a gaming laptop, make you feel like you're holding a gaming laptop. But it's still very stylish, very simple, very minimalistic. Doesn't look like a gaming laptop, just like the L340 Gaming. This one is very light, very thin. It's not very heavy, it's not very thick. And it almost looks like an L340 that is quite improved. So, what are the changes on the IdeaPad Gaming 3i compared to the L340 Gaming aside from the chassis? Well, for the first time ever, this IdeaPad Gaming 3i will feature a default 120Hz panel. So, one of the main concern of the end users or customers that purchased the L340 Gaming before is that it only comes with a 60Hz panel. It works, of course, it works very well, and whenever you have a game, it can max out only on 60 frames per second. But with this device, we fixed it and we will provide 120 Hz refresh rate. So FPS gamers, you're very welcome to buy the new IdeaPad Gaming 3i. I noticed also on this panel it has slimmer bezels compared to the L340 Gaming. It has slimmer bezels and it still has the webcam here on this part, and it still features the physical shutter, privacy shutter. Okay, so for those people who are very conscious about their privacy, especially when it comes to webcam, Lenovo got you. We provided the privacy shutter on this one. The keyboard, it's still a blue backlit keyboard. Let me just turn down the brightness of this device. Okay, so the keyboard is still blue backlit keyboard, but this time around, you will be seeing that the keyboard layout is actually the same layout found on our brand new Legion gaming notebooks. So, even though this is our entry gaming laptop compared to Legion devices like the Legion 5, 5i, 5pi, and Legion 7i, you will still get the best possible gaming keyboard when you buy the Gaming 3i. So it's just blue backlit, the same keyboard layout, the full size number pad, the large arrow keys, and the same soft landing switches that you will find in our Legion gaming notebooks. So even though it's not called True Strike because this is not a Legion device, it is the same soft landing switches found underneath these switches. So that's the IdeaPad Gaming 3i. And I noticed here that it actually has an etching of the IdeaPad Gaming brand on the hinge. Not sure if you can see it, but it is here. Okay. And other changes, well, before the L340 Gaming, you only have two options when it comes to memory slots. If you buy an L340 Gaming that has a 4GB RAM, that 4GB RAM is on board. And you have an available one slot, so you can install up to 16GB for a total of 20GB RAM. But if you buy an L340 Gaming that has an 8GB RAM. That RAM is not soldered, it's not on board, so you're left with that 8 gig. For you to upgrade, you need to remove the 8 gig and install your 16 gig. So maximum is 16 gig on that model. Most of the models that we currently have right now in the market in the Philippines comes with the 4 gig RAM, especially on those i5 models. But for the i7, you only have an option for the 8 gig. So with this generation, the Gaming 3i will have dual memory slots. So you can install up to 32 gigs of RAM. And on top of that, it will have an option for two storage options. Either dual M.2 NVMe SSD storage, so it has two M.2 NVMe slot, or a hybrid storage. Once you take up one M.2 SSD storage already, you either have an option to install a 2.5-inch HDD, or scrap that idea and just install another M.2 NVMe SSD, because the HDD bay is actually on top of the second M.2 slot. So you can go either with dual SSD storage or a hybrid storage. To be fair, you can actually buy just SATA SSD to still take advantage of SSD speed while taking up a 2.5-inch bay storage bay on this device. So what else? Well, it comes with either i5 or i7 10th generation CPU, up to GTX 1650 Ti. This time around, you just have an option for a GTX 1650 or a GTX 1650 Ti graphics. And I think that's it for the Gaming 3i. This will be launched very soon on June 26, and we promise that the Gaming 3i will still be the king and still the most bang for the buck gaming notebook in the Philippines. So again, I'm Tristan. See you